It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Army Black Knights, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Cadets return team will have that offense backed up. When this guy comes onto the field, David, he seems to bring the it factor with him.
So much fun as a play caller to have a guy you depend on, you trust. You know, Palmer, you're going to get the best out of this young man.
He's also one of those guys, David, who just elevates everybody else around him, right? All 10 guys in that huddle offensively just seem to play better knowing they've got confidence in this guy.
How do you not respect the big fellas? This doesn't take you back in the time machine to the days when a fullback was on the field every single play. Then you're missing out, because fullbacks are awesome. They're just low maintenance. They're not divas like wide receivers. They just block most of the time, don't say much. And then you give them the football, and occasionally you get some big plays like this, and they hit somebody so hard they got snot bubbles coming out of their nose.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react in play. So this can certainly open things up later.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
And the Black Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I love fullbacks that are versatile. You don't see many of them in college football anymore, but this guy's unique. He is a weapon when he has the ball in his hands.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. The give to the fullback. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Third down coming here, and they need to get it out to the 44. Back to pass, it's Daly. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Offense getting set for 1st down. He'll keep it himself. Open space at the 25. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Finds a man on the right. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, it's so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
And the Vols will hustle to the line. To the ground with the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light. As soon as he got the snap, off they go, and it's an explosive play.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for space. It's Sampson. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the option. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often, and usually don't go far down the field. But a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. And give him the ball, reward the big fella.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Give to the fullback. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers, and then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a 1st down, big fella.
And the Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Gives it to the back on the draw. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Really good looking run, and when you play Army, you know these guys offensively, they are always so dialed into their rushing attack. Everybody understands their assignment and responsibility. It doesn't matter if they're running the option, it doesn't matter if they're doing it out of the spread. They know who they need to block, and as a defense, you better limit your mental errors or you're going to have a hard time slowing this rushing attack down.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. On the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And the fullbacks are just the big, burly, strong suckers. They got bloody knuckles, tape all over the place, and they're just lowering their shoulder, trying to hit you, trying to get positive yards, and it's exactly what he does on that play.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
The Black Knights will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
The Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Iamaleava. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll do it himself. Shows him the stiff arm. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense, is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well, but you see how mixing in the quarterback run too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
Takes the handoff. It's Sampson. And the Volunteers will move the sticks.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
The Vols are moving quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you, too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it, and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Vols want to crank the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Out of the backfield, he's open. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Yeah, and you got to love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
On the option. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. Absolutely perfect. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Looking downfield, it's Daly. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. On the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And the Black Knights look to keep this drive humming. They'll run the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. The give to the fullback. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. But when you can give them that rock, get a first down, those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes, just hit you in the mouth.
They'll go to the fullback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Dropping back, it's Daly. Moving out of the pocket. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. If you had a DB on the bingo card for the first sack of the game, you win.
Man, and I've been here before, Reese. Like, I can hear the trash talk right now. Like, wait a minute. I got to cover everybody in the back end, and I'm going to get sacks? Like, hey, defensive line, you want to get me some sacks? Or I guess I'll do it myself.
The Black Knights decide to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Gets open down the middle. They get him down after he makes the catch.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
The Volunteers moving quickly to the line. Running back searching for a hole. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Got his man downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. That's caught. It's Matthews. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Guard in the backfield. It's Sampson. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Just over 20 seconds to play in the half. You just don't want to make a big mistake here. They're bringing heat. Grabs it in the middle. You don't have to make things complicated. You seize zone, you throw the hitch, you pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to them after the catch is their specialty, can make some magic happen.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
And the Black Knights will kick it off to start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. He'll pull it on the read. Gets it past the marker. Ball is free. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Give to the fullback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Dropping back, it's Daly. They get to him as he throws. Wide open downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They'll line up to go for two. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Almost had the completion, just missed it. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Quarterback on the keeper, fighting off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
The Vols want to move quickly. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Now, 4th down.
And the Vols line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Goes to the option. He'll keep it himself. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
Quarterbacks like this are what makes college football so special today. It seems like we see these unbelievably athletic quarterbacks all across the country, week in and week out, making plays like this. Guys that are true dual threats, that can hurt you not only throwing it, but can hurt you running it as well.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The option look. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Daly. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
I think the quarterback on that play on 3rd down shown you his maturity and his experience. Nothing open. So you're not going to try to force the ball into coverage, risk turning it over, just throw it out of bounds, live to play another day.
The Black Knights send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Running it back, it's White. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Volunteers are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 3rd. Got it in the middle. It's Thornton. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's White. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
To throw, it's Iamaleava. He's right on target. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to run for it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Vols will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Army has it back, and the offense ready to go. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fullback's got it. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Complete to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Yeah, it's nice to have guys like this on third down, on money downs that you can go to, and you know he's going to win. Hit the gas, hit the brakes, create a little bit of separation. Nice job.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll give it to the back. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Black Knights are marching down the field. Wide receiver shows motion. Dropping back, it's Daly. Gets it out fast. Tackled immediately after the catch. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Running back goes in motion. The big fullback's got it. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up, and he finally gets to touch the football.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Now the pitch. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
The Black Knights will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. From the gun, running back on the move. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Back to the ground with the running back. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
And the Vols in the hurry-up. He'll do it himself. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Quickly to the tight end. The Volunteers get it past the sticks.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
They'll throw it on first down. Makes his connection. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. They want to just keep throwing it. Grab behind the line. It's Sampson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. Oh, no, the ball popped out. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let it go. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Vols! So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They reached deep in the playbook, used almost all of them, it seemed, Jesse, and still ended up having to punt last time.
And I think on this next drive, David, you can go back to some of the stuff that worked that last drive, too. Find the things that you had success with. You just got to be able to build on it a little bit.
Yeah, and just break that extra tackle, you know, make that extra play, make the guy miss, put a drive together so you can finish with some points.
Now on first down from the 30. The back goes in motion. Now on the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Wants to throw. It's Daly. Looking to buy time. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And the Black Knights headed quickly to the line. Going up top on first down. Got his man on the right. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Looking to throw on second down. And the quarterback is snowed under. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Using the quick game. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Touchdown, Volunteers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're lining up to boot it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you can tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
To the air, it's Daly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Fair catch was called for, but there is a flag on the play, and we'll have to sort it out.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Reynolds. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Black Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Back to pass, it's Daly. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the middle, it's Stewart. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Looking to move it through the air. That's caught. It's Stewart. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. On second down, wants to throw it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
They might need a telescope to find the first down marker, but they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.